This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at stories making news tonight. MSC chairman touting $1 billion investment as a game changer for Grand Bahama. Also, Grand Bahama Chamber president declaring Freeport is not a failed city, citing the infrastructure and potential to reclaim its economic strength. And residents and community activists issue a call to action, urging Bahamians, especially young people, to exercise their right to vote.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a private sector $1 billion investment is being hailed as a game changer for Grand Bahama. Speaking at the 2026 Grand Bahama Business Outlook, MSC Chairman Rick Sasso says the redevelopment of Freeport Harbor and the expansion of Ocean Key signals a long-term commitment that promises to redefine the island's maritime future. Sherelle Dames joined us live in studio with the details.
This island has an infrastructure, it has a talent, and the legacy of being a maritime gold mine. And it's always going to be like that.
That, as MSC Chairman Rick Sasso describes Grand Bahama as central to the region's maritime future as MSC moves forward with major port and marine developments.
The redevelopment of Freeport Harbor and the expansion of Ocean Cay and the Marine Reserve represent of the most significant private sector employment and participant initiatives underway in this country. Together, these projects amount to nearly $1 billion of investment, just those projects, and we expect to generate more than 1,000 jobs while driving sustainable economic activity nationwide. This, in addition to the similar amount already invested in Ocean Key that I spoke of earlier, the Grand Bahama Shipyard and the Freeport Cruise Port, these two or three items are going to change the playing field. They're going to change the dynamic of what goes on in this country and particularly in Grand Bahama.
Meanwhile, the redevelopment of Freeport Cruise Port project is expected to significantly increase passenger capacity with jobs beginning in construction phase and additional positions opening once the facility becomes fully operational.
10.5 million visitors last year, $1 billion in total economic impact, and 14,000 jobs. And those are thousands of small businesses that also are connected to all of that. The project here for the Freeport Port Authority, the Freeport Cruise Terminals. And this project has been on our radar. Why hasn't it been done before? How can we make this thing really accelerate and become a reality? So this project is in the heart of the expansion for Grand Bahama for sure. There are a lot of things going on, but it will create jobs. It will create that will connect to a lot of other expansion that goes on with cruise tourism. When you see a facility that will eventually have an ability to berth 6 cruise ships in a day.
The MSC chairman also pointed to the company's growing cargo division, including additional crane and maritime investments, saying that shipping and logistics remain key components to the island's economic body. And beyond infrastructure, he emphasized that partnership, prosperity, and long-term commitment guides the company's strategies. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Thanks so much, Sherelle. Well, Freeport is not a failed city. That was the message delivered at the Grand Bahama Business Outlook by the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce president. This is business leaders were told that the island still has infrastructure, history, and potential to reclaim its place as a leading economic force in the Bahamas. Shalia Roll reports.
The president of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Dylan Knowles, addressing the Grand Bahama business outlook last week, reflecting on where Grand Bahama has been, where it is today, and where it must go next. Knowles pushing back against negative perception, saying Freeport is not a failed city, but a community with the infrastructure, history, and potential to rise again. He emphasized that with the right regulatory environment and courageous leadership, Grand Bahama can reclaim its position as a major economic driver in the Bahamas.
Grand Bahama became an international trading hub, a retirement resort of the Americas, and the adult playground of the Eastern Seaboard, a beacon of opportunity and a model for the world.
Drawing international comparison, he referenced Dubai and Singapore, noting that in 1965 their gross domestic product was significantly smaller than Grand Bahamas at the time. Today, he said those jurisdictions have grown into global economic leaders. The chamber president also adding that Grand Bahamians must choose to move forward.
This is not politics. This is proven governance. This is about whether we choose stagnation or revival, whether we let our land sit idle or use it to bring prosperity to our people. Grand Bahama can rise again. The choice is ours.
Knowles provided an update on what he called the Chamber's stewardship of the island's economic future, emphasizing that regulatory reform is the key to unlocking Grand Bahama's full potential. He argued that while private capital and vision remain abundant, progress has been slowed by an environment that does not yet fully support growth and innovation.
Grand Bahama will not fulfill its God-ordained purpose until you, yes, each of you, leaves your comfort zone at the Wailing Wall and demands that the basket be lifted.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Well, residents on the island, along with the Grand Bahama community activists, is sounding a strong call to action, reminding residents that voting is both a right and a responsibility, and encouraging young people in particular to play an active role in shaping the country's future. Here again is Shalia Roll.
As the country looks ahead to the next general election, Grand Bahamians are encouraging young and first-time voters to step forward, saying their participation can make a meaningful difference. They say voting is not only a right, but a responsibility, noting that many people still believe their vote doesn't count, while also asserting that the mindset must change, particularly among young Bahamians who have the power to influence the country's future.
For far too long, we continue to take them for granted. And I think most persons normally still older persons vote for their party, but kids under 25, they undecided.
To vote because you have a voice, and the only way you would have a voice within the country is to vote. Important to vote because it's an expression of who we are and how important the country is to us.
Reflecting on the nation's history, these residents point to the sacrifices made by those who fought to secure voting rights in the Bahamas, referencing the majority rule movement and the women's suffrage movement, noting that earlier generations worked tirelessly to ensure Bahamians could have a voice in choosing their leaders.
I think it's so important to vote because Bahamians didn't always have the opportunity to vote. It is something we fought for, particularly women.
Don't vote. You have to accept the results. And I think the FNM, the PLP, the CY, they need to make a greater effort to push people out who stay in away, who continue to stay away from voting.
I think we ought to vote. And when they voted back then, it was for a reason. They fought for the rights, not only for one set of persons, but for everybody within the country.
Now these voters say the decision to vote should be guided by careful consideration, encouraging voters to remain prayerful and examine the facts presented to them before making their choice.
Younger generation, you can't sell them no dream. I think with a younger generation, they're gonna look at the facts.
Tell everybody to look at the individuals, but look at the record of the former governments and the present government.
These residents say that meaningful change comes with participation, urging Grand Bahamians to follow the legacy of those who came before us by practicing the right to vote. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Thanks, Shalia. In other news, firefighters on Grand Bahama are being praised for their swift action after a fire broke out at an apartment complex on Pioneers Way this past Sunday. The blaze threatened to spread, but crews arrived quickly and were able to contain it. Police Press Liaison Superintendent Nicholas Johnson says multiple fire units were dispatched and were able to prevent the flames from spreading to other apartments. All occupants escaped without injury and damage was limited to the affected unit. Meanwhile, it is alleged that fire started in a bedroom and may be linked to a cellular phone that was charging at the time. A 12-year-old boy was inside the home and after noticing the danger, alerted nearby neighbors for help.
As a result, a number of units were dispatched, and on arrival to the scene, the officers met a single-story stone fourplex structure with fire emanating from one of the apartment unit. As a result, fire services quickly jumped into action where they extinguished the fire. I can say that all the occupants of that apartment, including the other apartment unit, were all safe. There was no injuries. Damage were only confined to that unit. There's an investigation that has been launched to determine how this fire started.
The Minister for Grand Bahama was also on the scene, commending the team and offering support to the affected family.
They came here in record time and were able to contain this fire that could have destroyed the entire house. So the family have already thanked the firemen for their amazing work, and I'm just so happy to know that they continue the fight. A part of what we do is that we have been assisting with, small home repairs, and considering this, I'm sure that'll be one of them that we attempt to assist with. There was another one in Regency where the house was totally destroyed, and that's one that we are helping to rebuild right now. And so grateful to the government, of course, of the Bahamas that continues to work with these types of situations.
Well, the island of Abaco also battling the blaze this weekend. That fire officials say is now under control. According to reports, branch officer received reports of the blaze nearby and within an area occupied by derelict vehicles. Second officer in charge of the fire branch for the Northern Bahamas, Inspector Deron Russell, assures the fire's containment with additional measures now in place.
The fire is presently contained, and we're just making some barriers around the area to prevent the spread of fire in the nearby bushes. How it occurred where there was a lot of derelict vehicles in the area, and a lot of them was destroyed as a result of the fire. At this present time, it poses no threat to nearby residents. The fire is contained, but we have a few hot spots that we're dealing with to get those under control. It poses no threat for any vehicular traffic to be able to pass the area at this time.
Well, the country, in other news, will also witness a number of new and former independent candidates coming to the forefront this election season. Former Member of Parliament for Pine Ridge constituency says the constituency is ready for mature leadership and representation outside of party politics. Raven Davis has that report.
A familiar face on the political landscape is seeking a return to the House of Assembly. Former Pine Ridge Member of Parliament Frederick Marco Pine officially launching his campaign, positioning himself as an independent voice for the constituency.
We look forward to being able to help the people of Pine Ridge and take them to perhaps another level.
Michael Pine says his decision to re-enter the race stems from what he believes is unfinished business.
I was successful as a member of Parliament the last time around, and the fact that I think Pine Ridge deserves much more, and indeed the Grand Bahama community deserves much more. And I think I'm able to be a voice, as I have been in the past.
Though no longer in office, Michael Pine says he's maintained close ties with constituents, attending funerals, graduations, church services, and keeping in contact through social media.
Even though I've been quiet nationally, I've been quiet I've been speaking to the people of Pine Ridge, because nationally, only people who can help me to get where I'm trying to go to is the people of Pine Ridge, and I've been speaking to them from 2021.
In the last general election, Mako Pine placed second in a three-way race, losing by over 200 votes, a margin he believes is insurmountable.
If I can maintain the base I had last time and pick up additional votes, I only lost by 254 votes. So I don't think it's nothing for those who won to get excited about, and for those of us who've lost to be depressed about.
And as for priorities, he says education, economic empowerment, and urban renewal top the list.
I'd like to rejuvenate and revive the Pine Ridge Educational Center. I think we also need to do more with children who are autistic and the Beacon School. I'd like to see more accountability with the way the constituency funds are being spent.
Mako Pine says his campaign will focus on accountability, economic opportunity, and restoring what he calls Pine Ridge's national presence. As the race heats up, he's betting that voters are ready to embrace independent leadership. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Police officers from the Rapid Response Unit confiscated an illegal firearm, leading to the arrest of 4 men during an early morning operation on Sunday, February 15, 2026. Initial reports indicate that shortly after 3 a.m., acting on information received, officers conducted a traffic stop along Queens Highway in Freeport. The vehicle, a 2013 Chevrolet Malibu, was occupied by 4 male individuals. During a subsequent search of the vehicle, officers discovered a firearm containing ammunition concealed beneath the front passenger seat. The 4 occupants, ages 19, 21, and 30, were taken into custody, cautioned, and are assisting police with their ongoing investigation. Once again, this matter remains under active police investigation.
And still to come.
A local variety store gives back to one of Grand Bahama's leading non-profit organizations, plus sports and more when we return.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank. Leader in personal banking service.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family. The brands you're looking for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to Connect Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Connect Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama invites local artisans to a meeting on Wednesday, February 18th at 9:30 a.m. at the Grand Bahama Arts and Crafts Center on East Sunrise Highway to discuss an upcoming opportunity to showcase and sell artwork and unique handcrafted pieces. For more info, call 350-8571 or 352-8525. Flamingo Bahamas members can now enjoy a 10% discount while shopping at Save More. Download the Flamingo Bahamas app for $9.99 for a 1-month subscription and enjoy unlimited savings at Save More and other businesses on Grand Bahama.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Well, a local variety store is giving back to one of Grand Bahama's most notable nonprofit organizations. Snacks Box, in celebration of their 5th year anniversary, is donating a full pallet of cat litter and pounds of food for our feline and canine friends at the Humane Society of Grand Bahama. Co-owner of Snack Box, Jermaine Shepard, says the donation is a small gesture of appreciation for such a hardworking entity.
It's a small donation that we're making to the Humane Society just to show our appreciation. The Humane Society has been in existence for almost 60 plus years, and we would just like to show them we appreciate the hard work and dedication that they do in the community.
Executive Director of the Humane Society, Elizabeth Burrows, says the generous gift will assist immensely in the enterprise's safety efforts in the long term.
And we're just really grateful to the snack box variety store proprietors for thinking about us. I actually had a conversation earlier before you got here, and evidently our vet saved their dog recently. And so that made them, when they were trying to decide, you know, about their charitable donations, that made them think of us. And we're you know, really appreciative of that.
What a heartwarming gesture. It's now time for your Health is Wealth Monday tip.
Improving your health status is one of the most common New Year's resolutions, but most people fail within weeks of making it. The old saying, if we fail to plan, then we plan to fail, is always true, but it's especially true about New Year's resolutions. In regard to your health and wellness, you need to spend time preparing and planning. It's important to make yourself and your health a priority and get the commitment in place. Have a specific goal. You may say, I would like to lose some weight, or I want to exercise more. But it would be better if you said, I want to walk 30 minutes, 6 days a week, or I want to lose 50 pounds by summer. The trick is, when it comes to setting New Year's resolutions, whether it's health goals or personal, always set goals that are realistic. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and remember, your greatest wealth is your health.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Portia Melendez. We thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you enjoyed your day. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports on a Monday?
Listen, BJ had a big time showing at the Rising Stars Challenge. Plus, the St. George's Jaguars are on top of the senior boys basketball scene.
All right, that's coming your way next. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
At Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave. Everyone, I'm Shane Stubbs. The St. George's Jaguars are the 2026 Senior Boys champions of the Derek Nesbitt Obie Bushcombe High School Basketball League after sweeping the Sunland Stingers 2-0. Here's head coach Darryl Sayers on getting the W.
Thank God for, giving us the strength that we do, and I want to commend Sunline and their coaches and their team. They fought a good fight. They came with a lot of energy. But, we knew that if we played the defense that we'd like to play, we should win the game. We didn't hit the shots that we'd like to hit. They had a very good plan. We was able to weather that early storm. They got us down 14 points. And we was able to fight back. And, I want to thank my coaches, our principal, Ms. Smith, and all our fans and our staff. And, our cheerleaders been shouting and screaming for us. And, we just feel good about this right now.
The Stingers controlled things early on, leading by as many as 14 points, but the Jags roared back, eventually taking the lead and shutting the door on any potential rally by the Stingers. Daquan Joseph led the way with 12 points in the 54-44 Game 2 win, but Mackay Nesbitt was credited with MVP honors for the series.
We've been wanting this from tip-off time. We've planned this before tip-off, so it just feels amazing to win. After that comeback, we came up. A little sluggish, but we had to pick it up.
Now with 3 titles for the season under their belt, they look to add the Hugh Campbell title, which is currently underway in the nation's capital. Now we all knew Valdez VJ Edgecombe was a rising star, and this All-Star weekend he cemented it. Behind 23 points and 7 rebounds across 2 games, the Pride of Bimini would lead Team Vince to victory in the Castro Rising Stars Challenge. It was his 10 straight points that gave Team Vince the 41-36 win over Team T-Mac in the semis. He'd later be sent to the charity strike to ice the final game against Team Mello 25-24. So of course, he'd be the one hoisting the MVP trophy at center court. And closing things out, Rising Stars softball action continuing. In under 11 action, Bethel's Batitudes got the win over West End Marlins 11-1. Ariana Rule was credited with the win, while London Bethel was tagged with the loss. In the under 16 division, FES Hitters got the win over SAS Crushers 7-4. Markayla Forster was the winning pitcher in that one. Janika Saunders was tagged with the loss. In the other 14 division, Lady Strikers shut out H2O Lady Truckers 7-0, and Bethel's Batitudes got the win over UPS Astros 9-7. Julia Evans was credited with the win, while Taylor Mizik was tied with the loss. And that is your sports fix for this evening. I'm Shane Stubbs. Catch you all on the rebound.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you gain. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go. Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Ramiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
I thought you was lying, but...
Wait, I never is joking here for real.
I didn't know he was here.
He is here. He in the village. It's like that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no more guessing, no more speculating, no more assuming. Yours truly, Tico T, a.k.a. Freeport's Minister of Music. I'm here on the all-new Power 104.5, the fun station. So y'all know what to do. Y'all lock in with me, and let's have a good time, all right? The all-new Power 104.5.
The all-new Power 104.5 FM. The fun station.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the governing Progressive Liberal Party kicks off its 2026 election campaign. We're on the ground at the Bahamar Convention Center. Plus, the Coalition of Independents rounds up its list of candidates. And what the Anglican Authority makes of what happened at this weekend's Mardi Gras. We have the details. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report live from the Bahamar Convention Center starts now. To the broadcast. We're coming to you live from the Bahamar Convention Center, where in less than an hour, the governing Progressive Liberal Party will launch its 2026 general election campaign. And as you can imagine, party executives, officials, members, and supporters from throughout the country are here tonight witnessing it all. Now, according to the party, tonight's launch will be a presentation of a clear and credible plan for the next chapter that focuses on security, opportunity, affordability, and reform. Our Corval Pyfram is on the convention floor and leads us off tonight with this preview. Good evening, Corval.
Good evening to you, Makushla. And it appears as though PLP supporters have received and followed their marching orders. They have showed up here to the Bahamas Convention Center fully regaled with energy to go along with it. Now, we do not expect throughout the course of what we say will be an energetic night to hear much about specifics, except you can expect to hear from the PLP a talk about progress and building on that progress. In pre-campaign mode, that is what we've heard a lot from this party, and so we expect that there will be that messaging again here from the podium. We expect that there will be quite a number of speakers. Remember now, this party has already ratified all 41 of its candidates for the upcoming general election, and it is widely believed that we will hear at least a few words from all, if not all of them, almost all of them for certain. And then at the end of the night, we expect the charge from the party's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, who is expected to tell supporters and tell the country to stay with this party. The Prime Minister is hoping that his party, led by him, of course, will do what has not been done since 1997, and that's for an incumbent party to win 2 straight. Now, while the energy here is very festive and this Prime Minister and party leader enjoys dancing, we see him do it on almost every chance he gets, and it's almost certain that the Prime Minister will do some dancing when he takes to the stage tonight. But for those folks who aren't feeling as festive as the ones here, they are watching and hoping that the Prime Minister does not dance around the issues they deem most important to them. Mokushla.
Thanks, Corval. Now, tonight's campaign launch bringing out generations of Progressive Liberal Party supporters, many of whom are no strangers to the formation of the party and its transformation over the decades. Betty Thompson-Moss has this recap.
The Progressive Liberal Party emerged during a time when political and economic power was concentrated in the hands of a small merchant elite, commonly referred to as the Bay Street Boys. The party was established back in 1953 to challenge racial inequality, expand voting rights, and empower the black majority population. Among its early leaders were Sir Henry Milton Taylor, Cyril Stevenson, and William Cartwright, who helped lay the foundation for what would become a transformative political movement. The party's breakthrough came in 1967 when the tied general election with the United Bahamian Party led to the PLP forming the government with the support of Labour Party leader Sir Randall Fox and independent member A.R. Brennan. January 10th, 1967 is now observed as Majority Rule Day, marking the first time the black majority governed the country. At the helm was Lyndon Pindling, who later led the country to independence on July 10, 1973. Under his leadership, the PLP expanded access to education, increased economic opportunities for Bahamians, and strengthened the tourism and financial services sectors. After close to 25 years in office, the PLP was defeated in 1992, entering a decade in opposition. The period was marked by internal restructuring and leadership transition, setting the stage for its return to government in 2002 under the former Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Perry Christie. Since then, the PLP and the Free National Movement have alternated in government, reflecting the country's entrenched two-party democratic system. Most recently, the PLP secured a victory in the 2021 general election under the leadership of Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis. Today, the PLP is on the verge of another general election. The focus remains on social equity, economic empowerment, and national development. As the PLP moves forward, the party remains closely tied to the historic milestones that reshaped the country's political landscape and defined its democratic principles. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Betty Thompson-Moss.
The 2026 general election coming at a critical time. It's been more than 30 years, as you heard, since any administration has been successful at securing 2 consecutive terms as the government. The Davis-led administration is hoping to break that cycle. Our Carla Palmer spoke with the Progressive Liberal Party's national chairman, who's cautiously optimistic.
In his elected position as national chairman for 8 consecutive years since 2017, the Honorable Fred Mitchell continues to assist in guiding the ship of the oldest political organization in the country, the Progressive Liberal Party. Like a pastor to a Bible, Minister Mitchell embodies the ideals and philosophies of the PLP, holding the unique position as the party's ultimate spokesperson, only second to the party's leader. A crucial role requiring leadership, courage, and commitment.
We have work to do, but we are better off than we were 4.5 years ago.
With so much time invested in branding the PLP's image as the party for the people and the best selection to govern, Minister Mitchell maintains that the PLP holds firm to this view and that the Davis administration has been successful in fulfilling its mandate last term and deserves a second.
I think the country's not been well served by switching horses every 5 years. When you look at our public administration processes, let's say you, as a cabinet, decide you want to build a school or a bridge. From the time you make a cabinet decision, our experience is that it takes about 3 years from the time of the decision before the first shovel gets in the ground. That's, therefore, most of the term before you can actually get started. And then just as you get up and running, you have an election and the people in their wisdom decide to go in another direction. The net result is they then cancel what was being done. It takes about 10 years to get things enculturated so that people develop a value system, which is what we're really trying to do. We're trying to get the kids in the primary school to develop a set of values. So when they become 10, 20, they have 10 years under their belt of a set of values being taught by the systems which we put in place. We've never had the opportunity to do that.
For those and other reasons, Minister Mitchell is appealing to eligible voters in keeping the momentum of progress going and re-elect the PLP this next general elections. With a blend of old and new candidates, Minister Mitchell, as a 3-term non-consecutive member of Parliament for Foxhill, is well aware of the power of the people as the ultimate decision makers.
I'm cautiously optimistic, but I think we've done the work.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Thanks, Carla. Coming up, ratification complete for the Coalition of Independence. That story and more when the Bahamas Tonight returns live from the Bahamar Resort, where the Progressive Liberal Party is launching its election campaign.
You
have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month's business.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Forget them flower, forget them check. You know it's Tommy, get the respect. AP is hot, we sitting close. Breeze on your lip, that's how I know. You is my person, that ain't no secret. You sharing, I might keep it. Love buckets.
8 tasty pieces of chicken, thighs and legs for just $20. Add a large side for $5. This February, love deserves a bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
The Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training advises the public that the registration process of the 2026-2027 school year for public school students has commenced. Parents are urged to register their children before the deadline of the 31st of March, 2026. Here's what you'll need: your child's proof of identity, immunization card, their most recent transcript or report card, parents or guardians' proof of identity. Register before the deadline to ensure a seamless transition into the new school year. Don't delay. Register today.
You're looking at a live shot of the Bahamar Resort, where we are coming to you live from the Progressive Liberal Party's official launch for its 2026 general election. Welcome back. The Coalition of Independents ratifying another candidate, bringing its total slate to 41. Aisha Clare will serve as the party's standard bearer for the Garden Hills constituency. Clare, who describes herself as a problem solver rather than a career politician, says she's stepping forward to bring change to the constituency. When questioned about her timing and decision to run with the COI, here's what she shared with the press.
There is no time like the present. We cannot wait another day, not another moment, while our families carry the weight of rising costs, uncertainty, and broken promises. The Coalition of Independents has shown that it stands with the people, not above them. United in love and service and in genuine care for our communities as we step boldly into our rightful place as first class in the new Bahamas.
In other news tonight, a major shift toward cleaner energy in the pipeline for Andros, as the Andros Renewable Energy Company Limited moves ahead with the installation of 3 hybrid power plants in 3 settlements on that island. Diane Dorset tells us more.
The liquefied natural gas-powered hybrid plant will replace BPL's aging diesel generators to deliver clean, reliable electricity while helping to meet Andros's growing demand for power. The over $20 million investment will see renewable energy account for 18% of the island's total electricity capacity, while also creating jobs during construction and operation. The project is expected to take 18 months to complete. Ken Whitker, founder and CEO of Andros Renewable Energy Company Limited, says the environmental benefits will be immediate and measurable,
including the elimination of 2,900 metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions annually, a 90% reduction in nitrogen oxide emissions, 95% reduction in particulate matter emissions, a 99% reduction of sulfur oxide emissions, reliability and resilience through reserve capacity and battery energy storage systems.
Member of Parliament for Mangrove Key and the Central and South Andros, the Honourable Leon Lundy, says the project goes beyond environmental gains, laying the groundwork for economic stability and growth. The modern energy infrastructure brings certainty to long-term planning.
The 25-year power purchase agreement brings long-term stability to energy pricing and planning,
Stability attracts investment, stability supports expansion, and stability creates confidence for decades to come. And beyond that period, these stations will continue to serve the island with the flexibility to evolve toward even more advanced and sustainable technologies.
This project aligns with the government's 2030 development agenda, which places strong emphasis on sustainable infrastructure, economic resilience, and energy reform across the country. Prime Minister Philip Davis says the energy reform is guided by 3 clear objectives.
1, to bring down electricity costs for households and business. 2, replace old, inefficient power plants across the Bahamas with better, more efficient systems. 3, provide reliable electricity to communities across all our islands. This agreement moves each of these aims forward for Andros.
The project is expected to contribute $400 million to the national GDP, and after 25 years, the Bahamas Power and Light Company will have the right to purchase. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsat.
A social media post of an incident at St. John's College, Mardi Gras, this past Saturday, prompting a response from the Anglican Central Education Authority today. The ACEA acknowledging in a statement that it is aware of a series of videos relating to the incident, and one of those videos showing what appears to be the school's principal's hand around the neck of a teenage girl. Now, the statement going on to stress that a thorough investigation into the matter will be conducted. The ACEA further notes that based on the information received, there were no injuries, adding any report involving members of staff and any member of the public on or off campus is taken seriously. In the interest of fairness and accuracy, the public is encouraged to refrain from speculation, commentary, or the circulation of unverified information, which the ACEA stresses may compromise the integrity of that investigation. We're coming to you live from the Bahamar Convention. You could hear in the background highly energetic supporters filing into the convention center. In a few moments, the Progressive Liberal Party will launch its 2026 general election campaign. And now Leah Cooper now joins us live to tell us what you party supporters can expect tonight. Leah?
Lots of excitement going on here tonight. There's literally blue and gold from every direction. Lots of supporters out here, and this is as the Progressive Liberal Party throws in its bid for a second term, possibly in the next general election. I am joined here tonight by a supporter of the Fox Hill constituency. Tell us your name, ma'am.
My name is Charlene Curry. I'm a supporter, great supporter of Minister Mitchell.
Yes, ma'am. And tell us why it was important for you to be out here tonight.
Very important. Minister Mitchell is the best person for the job, the best man for the job. He has been from 97 to now. Never left, even when he lose. He's still in the area as the MP. So I have to support him. At least I was supporting him from day one to now. No one else. Can't be no one else. He is the man for the job.
Thank you very much, ma'am. There you have it. As you can tell, the music is jumping, the crowd is jumping, everyone is excited, waiting all in anticipation for what the Progressive Liberal Party has to offer tonight. Now, reporting live from the Bahamar Resort, I'm Leah Cooper, sending it back to you at the desk.
Well, thanks, Leah. As you just heard, we're coming to you from the Bahamar Resort, the venue, the backdrop of the governing Progressive Liberal Party's official launch for the 2026 general election. Stay with us.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
We're training for the bounce back. That's $150K payday. You all ready? You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace, good pace. Not too much water. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You spin, right? Yeah, it don't look so. It's $10K.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili, garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken.
Those pepper wings.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Welcome to the Nassau Yacht Club, where a lot of junior sailors are getting prepared for this.
You're the senior, ice junior. And on the sheet, it's probably going to be light wind for the Durwood Knolls Regatta. Pulling the boats through the tacks. Right, make sure I control it. Like, you know, sail. It's an overdose. All right, guys, that's the plan. Let's sail. Before we stand. Sedort Knolls went gold in 64. Now we sailing at 1 or 2 for sure.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, we have team coverage down here at the Bahamar Resort, and that means bringing in Royston and Marlena into the mix in terms of what's happening down there. They're gonna give us a sneak peek of what's happening in Access Now, the fun side of news. Guys?
Absolutely. Good evening, Mukushla. Now, of course, before seeing this absolute sea of blue, when I first walked into Bahamar earlier today, my mind immediately went into vacation mode. I was thinking, what restaurant to book? Should I hit the water park? But of course, we're here for a bigger purpose tonight.
Lock in, Royston, lock in. Obviously, he's not the only one who's excited. This place is heaving with supporters. But we're not just going to be talking about this election tonight. We're also going to be talking about some of the names you might want to keep in mind, the young people up and coming in politics. So stay tuned for some of that fun stuff, too.
Absolutely.
We're counting on you to keep Royston focused throughout the night. Anything can happen tomorrow, but tonight, keep him focused. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. Stay with us.